When it comes to the most popular filmmaker in New German cinema, by far, Werner Herzog, this man has gone 0 days without unavoidable atrocities happening on his sets because of his extreme self-indulgence. Aguirre Wrath of God. So Klaus Kinski, Father of the Year and General Mr. Congeniality, was 1/3 of the budget of Aguirre Wrath of God.
Haben Sie überhaupt kein Recht, mir in den Mund zu fahren? Haben Sie es verstanden oder nicht? Ich spreche nicht, weil ich Interview für Millionen von Menschen und nicht für Sie. Oder aber, wenn Sie zuhören, und hören Sie mir jetzt und unterbrechen mich nicht nur ein einziges Mal, sonst gehe ich sofort nach Hause. Ich glaube, das ist am besten. Das ist eine Bande von Idioten! Da kommt jemand angeschissen und provoziert mich einfach, weil er in irgendeinem Laden engagiert ist, um mir ein Interview zu machen. Gehen Sie doch hin in die Deutschlandhalle und hören Sie an, was ich sage. Dann brauchen Sie keine blöden Fragen mehr zu stellen. Ich bin 45 Jahre alt und von einer Analphabete muss ich mir so einen Quatsch erzählen lassen.
The indigenous people who were working as the film crew for Aguirre Wrath of God actually went to Werner Herzog and offered to kill Klaus Kinski. Werner Herzog wrote the script to Aguirre Wrath of God while on a bus with a soccer team in little less than 2 days. One of the soccer players actually got sick on several pages of the script. He didn't even remember what were in them and threw them out.
Towards the end of the year 1560, following the conquest of Peru, a few Spanish adventurers undertake the boldest mission of their lives. With 1,100 men, 2 women, captive Indians, and animals, they descend from the Andes down into the steaming primeval forests, where the waters of the Amazon begin, in quest of El Dorado, the fabled city of gold. But the forest swallows them up. Its secret is preserved.
The script written in the seat of a soccer player team bus is loosely, I would think so, based off of Gaspar de Carval, a Spanish missionary's writings. Now, other people have gone in and taken the time to point out the historical inaccuracies in the script. Well, it's simply turning the camera on a man who is already insane. So Cecilia Rivera, who played Aguirre's daughter in the movie, you know, the one that is shown on the famous poster with her hair getting grabbed by her father and her neck about to be slit, never did a movie again, which does not surprise me because to my understanding, what this was like as a first film to work on would be like as if Jodie Foster and Scott Baio showed up on Bugsy Malone and it was actually getting filmed in a radioactive grenade factory. Werner Herzog adds hiring someone to kidnap 400 monkeys, which surely violated all kinds of animal cruelty practices.
Die je die Erde gesehen hat. Zusammen werden wir über diesen ganzen Kontinent herrschen. Wir halten durch. Ich bin der Zorn Gottes.
So the film was made, released, and was an absolute critical darling hit that made Werner Herzog's career. The film is, of course, considered one of the great commentaries on the raw human error of trying to take control of a situation and a place tyrannically through colonialism and the greed and the insanity behind it. Well, I guess the filmmaker, Werner Herzog, didn't see this as a parable to learn from, but rather a how-to for life. So that how-to guided his next film, Klaus Kinski in the Jungle 2, Fitzcarraldo. So Klaus Kinski's character decides he's going to build an opera house, and in the ambition of getting this opera house built, he decides he's going to go out and find a rubber plantation in Peru. Now, the rubber plantation Perus at this point are all picked out. So him trying to be a rubber baron in Peru is like me trying in 2020 to be a YouTube star. It's already all been mined out. So he finds this one piece of land that is inaccessible to water, and then he gets a giant boat that looks like the one in Boy George's Karma Chameleon, and he decides that what he's going to do is take out all of the forest on this giant 40% grade mountain, and it actually was 40% grade, I looked it up, and then take it from water, drag the Karma Chameleon boat up the mountain, drop it into the adjoining bit of water. So, we do this. Now, I'm going to teach you a term from 1970s film that's very important. For instance, in the little-known sci-fi film Star Wars, when you see the giant metal planet with a ray gun in the center of the planet, that's not real. It's a model. Well, apparently nobody taught Werner Herzog this. He actually got the ship itself. Then he got local, impoverished, indigenous workers to go into deforest rainforest for his film that 13 people saw. It was so bad, the working conditions, that one of the impoverished indigenous workers got bit by a dangerous bug and had to chainsaw their own limb off to save their own life. But what a great exploration of opera. Oh,